All right, welcome back to the Milk and Cookies podcast. It's your host, Antonio, for now, until Alex comes back and blah, blah, blah. And then we got Frankie joined here today. Alex and Leon, unfortunately, are MIA, missing. But really, Alex is in class and Leon has school and moving apartments and everything. But this is the prediction episode last week. It did not go well. Did not go well. I will tell
No,
you, no one finished above 500. Let's just say that. I went 1-3. Frankie went 1-3, and so did Alex and Leon. But here's our take for this.
do
We
you care
got.
that you went 1-3 because of how great all four games were?
I hope two people out of the four people this week, or maybe all two people are only going to finish above 500 this whole week because you got two games. And the first game is the Bengals Chiefs game. I'm taking the Bengals in this game. I like what I've been seeing. They're a surprise team. I got them winning 24-17.
Kansas City was the team I wanted the Bengals to play in the AFC Championship game because the Bengals beat them in the regular season. They know they can beat Kansas City. Plus, I think Kansas City is a bad matchup for the Bengals, or is a good matchup for the Bengals receivers. A bad matchup for Kansas City's defense. Because if you saw what Jamar Chase did to their secondary in the regular season, you know why. And I also think the Chiefs are coming off one of the greatest games in the history of the NFL playoffs. I don't want to say it's the greatest, but
No, but
it's definitely one of the best games of the last 10 years for sure. Maybe the last 15, maybe the last 15, if you want to put it up there with Super Bowl 42 and with the Giants and Patriots. And I think, Anthony, the Bengals have an extra day of rest.
yeah,
They had a short trip to Nashville. Yes, they played in a physical game. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. But
you
the
got to
Chiefs,
protect the offensive line though.
yeah, and the Bengals are more rested than the Chiefs. And I think it's not even close. Because you think about this. The Chiefs have played their starters every week this season, every game, including week 18 at Denver.
Mm-hmm.
The Bengals rested their starters in week 18. They played Saturday in the wild card round. They played Saturday in the divisional rounds. They haven't had the 5 or 6 days in between games this postseason. The Chiefs have played Sunday. And by the way, the Chiefs had a short week after the Bengals game, and that was a road game against a divisional opponent that was highly physical and highly competitive. They played Sunday in the wild card round. They played Sunday in the divisional round, a tough emotional game. And then they have to play Sunday, the early game against the Bengals.
That's
I
tough.
think the Bengals are more rested. I think the Bengals have the better receiving core. I think the Bengals defense is playing really well right now, as they have been since really the San Francisco game. And then you could argue that they played well in that game too. So I am going to roll with the Bengals in this game. I know they're 7-point underdogs, but I think there's more to it than that. I'm going to pick the Bengals to win this game 31-28, and I'll say it, McPherson from 46 at the gun will win it.
You think you really think that?
I do.
I mean, I say 24-17. I think it's gonna be close and all, but Bengals win 24-17.
All right, let's move.
And
All right, so
and then you got me and you were rooting for the Bengals. I'm wearing Bengals colors with this jacket.
yes, you are.
And Alex and Leon are rooting for the Chiefs. And then the next game, a divisional game, very great divisional game. 49ers travel to the Rams. And what the Rams did, the Rams are smart. They blocked off all the ticket sales from where San Francisco is. So all the San Francisco fans can't travel down to SoFi Stadium and make it red.
I like that, but I don't because I
I know.
understand
I
why you're doing it, but at the same time, come on, you know. So what are we gonna do now? Is every team when Pittsburgh comes into their city, they're gonna block Pittsburgh fans from buying tickets?
I think they're just doing it because it's a divisional rivalry and everything. And it's playoffs. And it's just that. I mean, that's what I think they're doing.
Well, so okay, regardless, the Niners have beaten the Rams 6 straight times.
Right.
Um, I understand the Rams have more talent, but there's something about the Niners and the history of this rivalry recently. I can't not pick the Niners to win this game.
So you were rooting for the Rams?
If I'm a Bengals fan and the Bengals win the AFC Championship, I don't want to see the Rams in the Super Bowl. Hell no.
No, I don't want to see the Rams either. What they did to the
Can
Bucks.
you imagine Hakeem Adeniji trying to help double team Aaron Donald?
Could you imagine Jalen Ramsey on Jamar Chase?
That'd be a hell of a matchup.
That would be. That would be a good matchup, actually.
I would love to see that. But the 49ers are
But
better.
the 49ers,
Anthony, do you understand this? The 49ers offensive line, which is really good, the Bengals had 5 sacks against them.
yeah.
So that's something. The Niners secondary is not very good. I do worry about Nick Bosa if I'm the Bengals and Eric Armstead, and Fred Warner is lurking in linebacker. But at the same time, I saw what they did against Tennessee in their running game. I think a second time around, the Bengals can find a way to make adjustments on the Niners run game and make Jimmy G have to win the game himself.
Right.
So I would take my chances with the Niners. I think the Niners are going to win this game on Sunday. And
I
I'll
think
say
the Niners win 27-17.
so you're saying by 10 points. I'm going to go 20. I'm going to go 27-24 because I'm going to go 24-21.
So you think the late will kick it at the end field goal?
I think, well, given how the playoffs have gone, who's to say it won't end that way?
Right. It's still gonna be a hell of a game.
Oh,
Gonna
without
be
question.
it's gonna be a hell of a game, hell of a matchup, rivalry. Both teams hate each other. Fans hate each other.
When was the last time a San Francisco-Los Angeles rivalry determined a championship?
Like any championship.
Yeah, any sports. Any sport. I'm trying to
What
think.
about baseball?
Giants Dodgers played in the postseason this year in the division series, so that wasn't necessarily a championship.
When was
The Niners. I'm now curious by this because
Cisco
I know the Clippers and Warriors have had postseason matchups in the past.
played.
I know.
Angeles in the championship.
And for any championship. I don't know. I'm trying to. Giants Angels was in 2002, but the Angels are LA's second baseball team. So
49ers, Rams.
I know the Niners.
Everything dates back to Rams joined Dodgers and facing San Francisco in the playoffs.
If this means anything, well, no, I think that's. I want to check because was that 1989 or 1988? I think it was 89. The Niners and Rams met in the 89 NFC Championship.
Niners-Rams rivalry, according to Wikipedia. First meeting, the Rams won. Latest meeting, the 49ers won in overtime. All-time series, the Niners lead 75-67-3. Postseason, the 49ers are 1-0. 1-0 against them.
There's been one other meeting.
Largest victory, longest win streak, 49ers, 17, Rams, 10. But that was dating back to 1990. Current win streak, 2019 and present, 49ers are winners of 6 in a row.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great game. I'll tell you that.
I think both games will be.
But this game's gonna be even better.
What is the Bengals and the Chiefs?
No, the Rams Niners, just because
the best of the two.
It just gives off something. That rivalry spirit.
I think in that regard, yes, because of the rivalry, but I also think you have to look at the Bengals and Chiefs. That week 17 game may have showed that they were the two best teams in the AFC. Now, Buffalo may have something to say about that. if Buffalo, Kansas City don't meet each other in the divisional round one round earlier than the conference championship, maybe it's different. But no, the Bengals and the Chiefs are the
First
two best
time,
AFC.
first time San Francisco versus Los Angeles for all three major sports playoffs in 1 year span. It's crazy. Now, who are the winners of those matchups, though? That's the thing. Like, is it something like going off the hit, like what happened in the past or whatever? And it's all in the span of 1 year, the same year, which it's crazy to think. In the span of 1 year, you get the three major sports into one city. It's just crazy.
I mean, it's amazing to me the passion that is within those two cities. And now they're playing for a right to go to the Super Bowl. Welcome to the NFL in 2021.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of, there's Sean McVay and all their star power. And then there's the Niners, who are, a name brand franchise who've been here before. This is their 5th NFC Championship game appearance since 2011. I believe that has to be the most of any franchise in the NFC in that time span, and they've been to 2 Super Bowls. So it really is no shock the Niners are here, even though it may be. But
I still got the Niners.
I'm definitely, Anthony, looking forward to this. To this weekend. While there are only 2 games, I think both games will be compelling in their own way.
Right.
Bengals Chiefs because of the quarterback matchup. Niners Rams because it's a rivalry. And there's, I feel like there's legacies on the line if you're Matthew Stafford. There's a lot to prove if you're Jimmy G. I feel like the Niners are playing with such a chip on their shoulder. And Jimmy G is playing with a resiliency aspect to him. And I think just the fact that they have been here before, that has something to do with it.
Yeah, I 100% agree. But anywho, I think that should conclude this episode. It's a little bit of a shorter episode, not like the latest episode and everything that we just had and all. But thank you so much for watching. Again, comment your predictions down below. Call us out if we're right, wrong, whatever. We'd love to hear the feedback. Maybe, just maybe, if you want, you can be on the show one day. You never know. A special guest. But also don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you want. Tell us what you think. Your Super Bowl matchups, if we're right, wrong, crazy, whatever. And that's it. So I hope everyone has a good rest of the day. And thank you.